made this video for those who have decided to move forward in the credit repair process. The reason I made this video is because I have to say this so many times. I figure make a video and I can just send people to YouTube, watch the video, and I won't have to say it as much as I normally do. So if you've gotten this far, we've evidently had a conversation, and I've, without a doubt, directed you toward YouTube. But to make this process go by pretty quick, smooth, and easy, these are a couple of things that I need from the client. I know what I need to do, and I probably have already explained to you what my job is, but these are the things I need from you in order to make this process go by smooth without any hitches. And this is based on history where I've seen this happen, and I don't want this to happen, during this process, because it either stops it or it kills the process. And that's not good for me, and that's not good for you. So I made a couple of notes here on my laptop, and I'm just going to read them. And basically, the first one says, do not apply for any credit of any kind while we're in this process. Meaning, I can't stop you from trying to get an apartment, but, if you need one. But what I'm saying is, if they pull your credit, it causes a big problem with what we're doing. I'm talking about a major problem. It can also basically kill this process. Based on what I'm asking the bureaus to do, they know that surely you're not going to be pulling your credit while we're asking them to investigate your credit, and there could be something wrong with it. And in this day and age, it's possible that you could also have been a victim of identity theft, even if you don't know it. So the bureaus are not expecting your credit to be pulled during this process. And once I learned that, that's when I decided to start passing it on. Matter of fact, it's on page 1 of my agreement. Number 2, I wrote, I need all mail sent back to you from the credit bureaus within the first 7 days of you receiving it. Meaning, once I send your file off to the bureaus, once I send those letters and the documentation that you give me to the bureaus, and they're going to open up an investigation, they're going to then in return start sending letters to you. The first letter is more than likely going to just be talking, saying something like, thank you for reaching out to us. Not in those words, but similar, and notifying you that we will be opening up an investigation and looking into these items to see if in fact, there is some irregularities or something of that nature, right? You may get another letter saying that we decided to put a fraud alert on your credit report. That's not something I'm doing. That's something they're doing based on what I'm asking them to do, right? And so that fraud alert is one of the reasons why I say, they're definitely believing you're not going to be the one pulling your credit, because now you got a fraud alert on it, right? So, but they're going to be sending you letters, and this is what I need from all my clients. Don't sift through the letters and try to decide what you think I need. Trust me and just give me everything that they send you from TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. I'm going to say that again because I'm not trying to talk down anybody, but I've had to say it too many times because people will still bring me letters from, say, a creditor or something, sometimes having nothing to do with what we're doing. So just remember, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, that's the letters that I need. And I need from postcards to letters to credit reports, because they're going to send you a credit report. You'll report, basically how it looks prior to us starting the investigation. So a lot of times people will get that report and they'll be like, they hadn't deleted nothing. Please let me do my job. They're not going to delete nothing immediately. They have to start the investigation, but by law, they also have to send you a copy of your credit report, okay? So within 7 days, I need that information, okay? Third thing is, and this is on you. Well, all of this is on you, really. But anything that you have positive, I'm just going to read my notes that are ad-libbing. Number 3, it says, maintain any positive credit you have while going through this process. Try to keep your balances as low as possible to avoid it being another thing that pulls your credit down, okay? Meaning, if you got a credit card, don't run your credit cards up, because the higher you run them up, the more it pulls your credit score down, okay? And in this process, we need as much help as we can. So, You can be doing that, trying to pay some things down that we have deemed positive. Don't pay nothing necessarily off, unless it's something we talked about. But you can be paying things down in this process, because the whole thing is to get you in and out. My goal is not to be, letting this linger on. It doesn't help me at all if this lingers on and drags on. The only downside is it can linger and drag on if you don't do the things that I'm asking you to do. And to some degree, that may look like I'm not doing my job. So that's why I try to stress, reiterate, make agreements that you sign. I have a copy of, you have a copy of. I beg my clients to read that agreement. Even before they sign it, read it. Don't just sign it. But a lot of times people be so excited to get this process started. But read the agreement. If you agree to it, then sign it. If you don't, let me know what you don't agree to. We can discuss it. But please read it, because the thing that I hate worse is when something does not go right and the person comes back and says, well, you never told me that, or I didn't know that. I've been doing this for too many years for me to be slipping and not telling you everything you need to know, because it doesn't help me if you don't know everything you need to know. Okay. So read the agreement, sign it. I'll make you a copy. I'll either email it to you or I'll hand it to your person. Go back over that agreement, because like on page 2 of the agreement, it has information on it on monitoring services. So for example, like when I said, don't pull your credit, there's ways to check your credit, and that's through monitoring service. A monitoring service could be Identity IQ, Smart Credit. It's a bunch of them. Matter of fact, they're on page 2. Equifax.com, Experian.com, TransUnion.com, and a lot of them, they have a 7-day trial period for $1. You can try for 7 days, but it behooves you that if you're going to go through this process, just, invest in yourself and keep a monitoring service. If you feel the need that you need to know, if your credit score is moving up, which is a good idea, to be honest, you definitely need to know if your score is moving up, right? I'll know on my end if things are happening in a positive way based on the information you give me. And if you sign up with a monitoring service, you can also then shoot me the username and password, and then I can log in and check it for you also. Okay. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. Hopefully I touch base on everything you need, but you're going to have my phone number. We're going to be in touch. And that's the thing, I do recommend that we do stay in touch with each other at least once a week after we start this process, even if it's for just to say, hey, nothing's changed, but I just need to know that you're involved. Okay. Well, I'm signing out, but once again, thank you for choosing to do business with me. Our office is going to make sure we do everything that we know how to do to get you where you need to be. And we're also going to keep you informed. But there are things, like I said, that you have to do, right? I'll do my job. Just please do yours. Thanks again. Okay. Bye.